Good morning students, welcome back. I am Abrar Ahmed. Today we are going to start class 9th science physics. So let's start. Class 9 subject science physics. Before starting the video, I want to introduce you with few chapter of class 9. First chapter is matter in our surrounding. Second is matter around us pure. Third, atom and molecule. Fourth, structure of the atom. Fifth, the fundamental life, unit of life. Sixth, tissues. Seven, diversity in living organism. Eight, motion. 9, force and law motion. 10, gravitation. 11, work power energy. 12, sound. 13, why do we fall in. 14, natural resources. 15, improvement in food resources. So this is the chapter of chemistry. These 4 chapters belong to chemistry and these 3 chapters belong to biology, and this is the chapter of physics. This is our chapter of physics. This is the 5 chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5 chapter belong to physics, and last remaining chapter also belong to bio. So this is the chapter motion, force and law of motion, gravitation, work power and energy, sound. These 5 chapters belong to physics. Now we are going to start first chapter of physics, that is motion. This is the first chapter of physics, and there are 5 total chapters of physics in 9th class. So we are going to start first chapter of physics, motion. Now our first chapter is motion. Chapter first, motion. This is the first chapter of physics, motion. So before starting the chapter, we should know what is motion. Our first topic is motion. We all know motion means movement. Movement of any object is called motion. But in physics, movement of any object with respect to some other stationary object, this is called motion. So motion means movement. When an object change its position with respect to other stationary object, then it is called in motion. When an object changes its position with respect to some other object, then this is called motion. When an object changes its position with some other stationary object, then it is called motion. Motion means movement. Motion means movement of any object. Motion means movement of any object. When any object move with respect to some other object, then it is called motion. There are 2 types of motion. Now our next topic is types of motion. Our next topic is types of motion. So there are 2 types of motion. There are 2 types of motion. First is uniform motion and second is non-uniform motion. There are two types of motion. First is uniform motion and second is non-uniform motion. So we are going to start first uniform motion. First is uniform motion. Uniform means same motion, or we can say similar motion. It means when an object travels equal distance, in equal interval of time, when an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is called a uniform motion. When an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, when an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, then this motion is called uniform motion. Then this motion is called uniform motion. For example, an object travels 40 kilometer distance in 1 hour from A to B. It again travel B to C 40 kilometer distance in again 1 hour. Now it again travel C to D again 40 kilometer distance in again 1 hour. So here are time and distance are same. So this is called a uniform motion because in equal interval of time it travels equal distance. In equal interval of time it travels equal distance. So this is called a uniform motion. Uniform motion means similar motion, same motion. So definition is when an object travels equal distance, this 40 kilometer is also equal to this 40 kilometer and thus 40 kilometer. So when an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, time should also equal, then such motion is called a uniform motion. Now our second topic is non-uniform motion. In non-uniform motion, distance may be same but time should not be same, or time may be same but distance may not be same. So when an object travels equal distance in unequal interval of time, or we can say unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the motion is called non-uniform motion. Here distance is unequal, so time is equal, and time is unequal, so distance is equal. For example, if distance is 40 kilometer, again 40 kilometer and again 40 kilometer, from A to B and B to C and C to D, but time should not equal. This is 1 or this is 1.5 or this is 1.2 or, and if time are equal, this is 1 or A to B and B to C and C to D, this is 1 or also 1 or this is 1 or. If time are equal, so distance should not be equal. This is 40 kilometer, this is 30 kilometer, this is 20 kilometer and whatever. So if distance are equal, so time should not be equal, and if time are equal, distance should not be equal. So this is called non-uniform motion. When an object travels equal distance in unequal interval of time or unequal distance in equal interval of time. When an object travels equal distance in unequal interval of time or unequal distance in equal interval of time, this is called, then the motion is called non-uniform motion. So this is the types of motion. Now we are going to start our next topic. Our next topic is motion along a straight line. Our topic is motion along a straight line. It is also called motion in straight line. Motion in straight line. So definition is when an object means anything. It may be car, bus, any object. When an object does not change its direction. When an object does not change its direction, then motion is called motion in a straight line. Here direction should not be changed. Direction should not be changed. When an object does not change its direction, when an object does not change its direction, then the motion is called motion along a straight line. When an object does not change its direction, it means object move in a fixed direction. For example, object move in this direction, it will continue move in this direction. This motion is called motion along a straight line. When an object change its direction, sometimes direction change, this is not called motion along a straight line. This is called motion along a straight line. So this is the small chapter. Only you have to learn the definition and you have to understand what is the motion along a straight line. Now our next topic is distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Distance and displacement is one of the most important topic. So first of all, we are studying distance. So we can understand distance by some example. For example, we have to go from A to B. We have to go from A to B. There are two paths. This is first path and this is second path. We have to go A to B. This is the first path and this is the second path. When we follow second path, so total length of actual path, This is not the path, we can say this is the shortcut distance, and this is the actual path. This is the actual path A to B. This is the actual path. When we go A to B along this path, the total length of the path is called total distance. The total length of the path is called distance. And when we go by shorter distance A to B, this is called displacement. So distance is the actual path covered by the object. Distance is the actual path covered by the object, and displacement is the clear distance between two objects. So definition of distance is the actual path covered by an object. Distance is the actual path covered by an object, and displacement, definition of displacement, displacement is the clear distance. Displacement is the clear distance between two points. So displacement is the clear distance between two points. For example, we have to go A to B. This is the actual path. This is the actual path, and this is the clear distance. This is first, this is second. So second path is the distance. Second path is total distance between A and B, but first path is the clear displacement between A and B. So this is the displacement, and this is the clear distance. We can understand by other example. For example, we have to go school from our home. We have to go school from our home, and the path, the route is like this. The route is like this. This is our home. This is your school, and the actual path is this. So this is the actual path, so it is called distance, and the clear distance between school and home is this. So this is called displacement. So there are some difference. There are some difference between distance and displacement. So now we are going to start our next topic, and our next topic is difference between distance and displacement. So basic difference is distance is the long path and displacement is the shortest clear distance. So now our next topic is difference between distance and displacement. Difference between distance and displacement. Now we are going to start difference between distance and displacement. So let's see what is the basic difference between distance and displacement. So our topic is difference between distance and displacement. We have to write distance in one column and displacement in another column. So first difference, it is equal to the length of path. It is equal to the length of path traveled by an object. It is equal to actual length of path traveled by an object, and it is the clear distance between two points. For example, we have to go A to B, and this is the actual path. So this is actual path is called distance, and this is called distance, and this is the clear distance. So it is called displacement. So 2 is displacement and first path is distance. Second difference, it is scalar quantity and it is vector quantity. Scalar means it does not need direction. Scalar is chapter you will study in 11th class. Scalar and vector is a chapter you will study in 11th class. Now you have to learn only basic of the scalar and vector. Scalar quantity means only magnitude consists. It consists only magnitude. Vector quantity means it consists of magnitude as well as direction. In scalar quantity, direction does not depend. It does not have direction. And in vector quantity, direction and magnitude both have. So distance is scalar quantity and displacement is vector quantity. Third, it is always positive. It is always positive because distance cannot be negative, but displacement may be positive, negative and zero. For example, you have to go A to B and we are going in this direction. So displacement is negative. So distance is always positive, but displacement may be positive, negative and zero. It depends on nature of path. Obviously, it depends on nature of path because you have to go A to B. If path is there and path is this, so this is the small path and this is the large path. So the distance depends on nature of path, but displacement does not depend on nature of path because it doesn't matter it doesn't matter how is path. If path is this, path is this. This is the clear distance between A and B. So displacement does not depend on nature of path. Fifth, it is always more than. It is always, for example, we have to go A to B. This is the actual path and this is the clear distance. So this path is more than this path. So distance is always more than. It may be equal to or may be equal to displacement. But displacement is always less than or equal to distance. So this is the difference between distance and displacement. Now our next topic is speed and velocity. So we are going to start speed and velocity. Now we are going to start our next topic, speed and velocity. So let's start. Speed and velocity. First of all, we have to learn speed. We have understood speed, then velocity. So formula is speed equal to distance upon time. With the help of this formula, we can make the definition of speed. And velocity is equal to displacement upon time. With the help of this formula, we can also make the definition of velocity. Velocity equal to displacement upon time. So definition is speed is the rate of change of distance per unit time. Speed is the rate of change of distance per unit time. This is the definition of speed. It is the rate of change of distance per unit time. Speed is the rate of change of distance per unit time. Speed is the rate of change of distance per unit time. Its SI unit is meter, because distance is measured in term of meter and time is measured in term of second. So its SI unit is meter per second. Its SI unit is meter per second. Now velocity is the rate of change of displacement per unit time. It is the rate of change of displacement, or we can also say position, rate of change of position per unit time. It is the rate of change of displacement, we can say position per unit time, is called velocity. Its SI unit is also meter per second, because displacement is measured in term of meter and time is measured in term of second. So its SI unit is meter per second. So this is the difference between speed and velocity. Now our next topic is difference between speed and velocity. We are going to start our next topic, difference between speed and velocity. Now our next topic is difference between speed and velocity. So difference between speed and velocity, we have to write speed in one column and velocity in another column. So speed is distance per unit time. It is the distance per unit time. We can understand by formula speed equal to distance per unit time, and velocity is the displacement per unit time. There is a difference. It is distance, it is displacement. So velocity is displacement per unit time. We can understand by formula velocity equal to displacement upon time. Second, it is scalar quantity. Speed is scalar quantity, whereas velocity is vector quantity. Third, it is always positive. It may not be negative, but it may be positive, negative and zero. Positive, negative and zero. So speed is always positive, velocity may be positive, negative and zero. Now we are going to start one of the most important topic, equation of motion. So let's start. Equation of motion. Equation of motion. So there are three types of equation of motion. There are three types of equation of motion. First equation of motion, second equation of motion and third equation of motion. First equation is u equal to v plus at. Second is a is equal to ut plus half at square, and final we can write v equal to u plus at. V equal to u plus at, and third is v square equal to u square plus 2as. What is v? where v is the final velocity of an object, where u is equal to initial velocity of an object, where a is acceleration and t is the time taken by an object. Where a is equal to distance, or we can say displacement, and u is initial velocity, t time, a acceleration, all of you know. So this is the first, second and third equation of motion. There are three equations of motion. This equation of motion is very useful to solving the numerical problem. So let's start some numerical problem. Now we are solving a numerical based on equation of motion. So what is the numerical? Numerical is an object starts to move on a plane surface with initial velocity 10 meter per second. Its initial velocity 10 meter per second. Due to friction, its velocity decrease at a rate of 5 meter per second. Its velocity decrease at the rate of 5 meter per second square. After what time it comes to rest? So here an object starts to move. It means an object starts to move on a plane. Its initial velocity 10 meters per second. So first of all we have to write given initial velocity u is equal to 10 meter per second. But when object move due to friction force, it becomes to rest, and due to friction force its velocity decrease, and we know that rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Its acceleration a is equal to 5 meter per second square. But this acceleration is not increasing, it is decreasing. So we will take minus sign for decreasing, and we will take positive sign for increasing. So this is decreasing. For decreasing we will use minus sign. After what time it comes to rest? When it will come to rest, its final velocity becomes 0. Final velocity v equal to 0, because it comes to rest, and in rest condition velocity is 0. We have to calculate time. Now we can use, with the help of this value, first equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at. V is the final velocity, and final velocity is 0. U is the initial velocity, and initial velocity is 10 plus a. A is the acceleration, and acceleration is minus 5 into t is the time. We have to calculate time. We have to find out. After what time it comes to rest, so we have to calculate time. So time is as it is. This 10 goes this side, it becomes minus 10, and plus minus 5 into t. So this multiply goes in divide. Minus 10 is divided by minus 5. Minus से minus cancel. 5 1 5, 5 2 10, So time is equal to 2 seconds. Time is 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, object will come into rest. After what time it will come to rest? So after 2 seconds, it will come to rest. So this 2 is our answer. So this is the first equation of motion. We can solve numerical problem with the help of equation of motion. We are going to solve another example